We hope you enjoy this clip. Before you watch it, please hit that subscribe button.
When it comes to some of the selflessness, I mean, with Jrue and Chris in particular, this is our podcast is kind of like the Jrue Holiday fan club. But Brooke,
I'm a big fan. I'm a fan as well.
But Brooke, I mean, you're an example of this. Brooke is an example of this. You can go down the roster. There's a bunch of examples of this. Like, you guys lock up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Drew's known for his defense. He'll put up, I think we said the stat today was you guys are 6-0 when he scores more than 30, but like
6-0.
Yeah, he's known for his defense. Chris is a super underrated defensively, as we've seen in the playoffs and everything like that. And so is that sort of a case where because you're making your mark on the defensive end, it almost doesn't matter who's getting 35 a night because everybody sort of has the same goal there?
Yeah, I just think that, when it comes down to it, we just try to play random. That's one thing Coach Bud says all the time. Shout out Coach Bud, by the way. But we just try to play random on offense, move the ball side to side, DHOs. Obviously, we have two different type of lineups that we can put out there, different type of schemes and things that we can run on the offensive end. But I think defense is what we hang our hats on because obviously defense comes down. That's whoever plays the best defense is going to win the championship. I think the year we won it, we didn't shoot the ball well at all from three or anything, but we kind of hung our hats on the defensive end, and that helped us close in on that finals run that year. But defense is definitely one of those things that can help you, go on a long run in the playoffs. And one thing that we, try to, do differently, this year, we've been trying different schemes, different lineups, different, switching 1 through 5 and things like that, because obviously you can't just give great players just a heavy dose of the same thing all game. You have to give them different looks.
We discussed this morning, and it's a point of topic or a topic of discussion that has been brought up a few times. You guys do win on your defense because the offensive numbers, I think you're still in the bottom third in the league.
It's been a rough year
in offense. Well,
it's been kind of rough.
I mean, outside of Javon and Brooke, and Drew shot better relative to his career, like there's been some wild regressions in a negative way.
I definitely haven't shot the ball well from three this year.
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
But, specifically with Jrue, and I played with him and played against him for a decade, what stands out the most defensively with him? Because I think to me, he's a generational defensive player that probably doesn't get enough credit because of the way that
Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I mean, if he wins another chip, he's probably on his way, right? But I think the way we sort of use advanced metrics to measure defensive impact, because there's such an emphasis on defensive rebounding, that he doesn't necessarily get his due in that sort of that sphere.
Yeah. So like Jrue, he's a crazy defensive player. I think one thing that he does crazy is like his anticipation is just unreal. Like he can close out. Like I think two of the hardest things in NBA right now is obviously pick and roll defense is hard. Pick and roll defense is probably one of the things that, as a big and as a guard, it's really 2-on-2 in the middle, and it's really tough. I think all the guys know that. And then the second thing is closing out to a guy that can, with a live dribble and they can shoot. Jrue kind of closes out, and he almost always guesses which way the guy's going to go. And then when the guy goes that way, he's good at like the strip. Like he closes out and then he chops. It's crazy. Like just watching him do it on a daily basis, how good he is with his hands, how intelligent he is, with his IQ and things like that. He's great, and just being around those guys just make you just want to play defense. Like especially with Brooke and Jrue and those guys in the 2-on-2 pick and roll, we just stay home, man. They gonna handle it.
Yeah, you guys have placed more of an emphasis this season on staying home because you've always played that heavy drop coverage with Brooke, but you still pulled in and helped, and you guys were bottom of the league for a few years in terms of giving up threes, or at least bottom three. You made that reference to Drew's anticipation. I still remember a very specific play early in his career. He was on Philly, I was still on Orlando, and it was exact description of what you're talking about, where he closed out on me, and this is what he does, I think, better than anybody. On the ball, on a dribble, but he stands you up. Like he anticipates, so you go, and then you he's so physical and strong, you kind of stand up. And I remember he cut off my closeout, and I was kind of like, nah, fuck that, I'm going to get by him. And then on that second dribble, He ripped me.
It's
and then at that point on, I was like, you know what? I'm going to use screen. I'm going to play off the ball against Jrue. I'm going to make him chase me because on the ball for me, that was not a good matchup.
This is my third year with him, bro, and it's crazy because like I've seen him do this over like 100 times, and like me and Javon was talking like on the bench yesterday when we played against the Suns, and we like, bro, like I feel like Jrue is getting better. Like every week, it's like he's showing us something different. Like every week, like he's definitely one of the most underrated players in our league that doesn't get a lot of credit for what he does to impact winning. That's the biggest thing. Like as a basketball player, obviously stats is one thing. You can average 25 and 10, whatever it is. But with me, like it's all about impact and winning. Like Jrue's impact on winning is second to none.
We hope you had fun with us today. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button.